Give folks some time to get in. We are now live. What up, y'all?
What up, Shelton?
What's good? What's good?
Chilling, bro.
Nah, Rob, I ain't sick, man. It's what I wanted to happen. Played out like I wanted it to.
Not exactly though, Shelton. But we'll get into it.
Yeah.
We're looking. Give it a few more minutes.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yo, can y'all hear Shelton? Can't hear Shelton. All right, Shelton, say something.
Mic check. Mic check. I see. I got a echo.
So you're coming through on here. Oh, let me try. Let's say you're low, so let me try some here. All right, one more time.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, the echo is coming from the TV in here, so I know where that's coming from.
Yeah, echo and voice low.
Oh, you good now? Sounds loud but good. Okay.
Hey, that's funny, Rob.
All right. All right. Oh, let me it's the TV. All right. There may be a couple of adjustments I have to do for us internally to monitor them, but we'll handle that accordingly. Let's get into it. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Inch. Joining me on the show, we got FIFO 24/7.
What it do, man?
Shelton J.
What's the word, man? What's happening?
And I'm pretty sure Q will be joining us later on. You know, he always be late. So, he's probably off giving a sermon somewhere or schooling and educating some folks. but he'll be here.
Making a
But
baby.
yeah. But glad to have you guys with us. as always, here on YouTube, where we broadcast live every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 p.m. One of the few live black sports talk shows out there. So we thank you guys for showing up and listening to us talk about and give you our opinions on what we see in sports week to week. If you're new to the channel, head over to youtube.com/Dead End Sports, and you can sign up to become a member. We have 2 levels that you can sign up for, um, and we would appreciate the support. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. Nick will be here Thursday. For those of you looking for him, he'll be here Thursday. He's doing a Thursday shift for the rest of the year, and then he'll be back. Yeah, we're gonna get into some NBA stuff
We got
as
to.
well. Yeah,
Hey, you see who on this? I'm in per. We gotta talk, bruh. There's some dudes, some youngins that I've been high on for a minute. We gotta talk
y'all
about
see
them.
how hype he got.
Yo,
All right, cool. But as we start every episode, man, fantasy football. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little surprised that I lost. Because my phone was buzzing. I was like, dang, okay, we doing good. I didn't know who I played though. So and then I looked up and my little notification came on and said, yeah, you'll get them next time. I'm like, what? What the hell happened this week? So who did I play? Who put me down? And I have all my backups in, so I was hoping to win because I had a lot of guys on bye. But yeah, 1985 meets the hoverboard. Uh, put me down 137 to 113. He was projected to win anyway, but and we put up a good fight. Matt Ryan came through, but yeah, man, fucking damn. Uh, Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman Jr. of all people got off of him. So and Brandon Cooks, he ain't he just there. He ain't doing anything. But everybody else played well. But yeah, so shout out to him. Good win. So now I am officially in. I just need to make playoffs mode because I just need to get in. If I get in, anything can happen, and we'll see what happens. But I still like my team, man. Just injuries by weeks, so we just try to survive week to week. So damn, Timbo, you won 107, 106. Ouch. FIFA, how'd you do? Did you win?
shit, hell no, bro. I'm dealing with all sorts of types of injuries, man.
Oh yeah, you
Baker
way down
now,
here.
Baker. I don't. I literally, I don't have anybody. I'm not gonna win. Not without Russell Wilson out there, and then Russell Wilson not being out there impacts DK's numbers. Yeah, my season's over.
Mm.
I'm throwing in the white towel. I'm not gonna beat many people.
I mean, it's everybody. I think most people still got a shot. Like
I don't.
the six, well, maybe not, but yeah. B lost. He's 3-4. It's a lot of 3-4 teams, and a lot of 4 and well, there's 3, 4, and 3 teams, and 3-3 and 4 teams. So he's still in the hunt. For some folks. Let's see. Yeah, Nick won. Oh yeah, you lost to Nick, bro. You put up 38 points. All right, Sheldon, how'd you do this week, bro?
I don't know. I didn't.
You want me
I
to
don't
tell
want to
you?
talk.
I got it up here right
No,
here.
no, no.
I don't think you want
Good.
people to know.
It's all good.
88. Yeah, you lost to Jay's snapshots. He beat me too, I believe.
Yeah, Jay Snapshot got me though. I was leading for a minute and I thought I had him, but nah. Nah, I understand what Patty Mahomes and the boys going through right now.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Right now, Nick is still leading the pack. I'm about to win. So that's Kyle. Shout out to 12 Kyle. Who's ATL Dynasty. So him, I'm about to win, and Nick are all 5-2, and leading the pack so far. So but yeah, but they ain't gonna win shit. So that's
No,
cool.
I don't feel out of. What am I 2-5?
Yeah, you 2-5.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about that.
Okay. Well, it's a long season. Anything can happen. Injuries can take out people. Like it hurt me. It can help. It can impact some of those people. Ahead of us. We never know, but we don't wish any ill will on anybody. So that's where we are. So shout out to everybody that won. M. Stokes, everybody else. Good job, fellas. Snapshot. I want to win this. Snapshot, you ain't winning shit. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, some kind of way you cheat. So.
But damn, Snapshot got an 800. Damn, he's like second in points. Got a pretty. Actually, team's not bad, man. Team's not bad. Yep, you got some ballers. You still ain't winning. Let's get into the topics. This is clearly a Nick question. But he asked, should the Browns stick with Case Keenum for the rest of the season if they beat the Steelers this Sunday? Y'all know my answer is no. I think this is even blasphemous to even ask this question.
I think you bring Baker back.
I'm making the playoffs, M. Stokes.
And when Baker struggles, it allows you the excuse to go back to Case Keenum. But I don't think you keep Case Keenum in there because I don't think that Baker should lose his job due to injury in this way, right? Like, it's a torn labrum in his non-throwing shoulder. When he gets back, it's his job. But if he struggles, he's just on a short leash.
Baker hasn't struggled all year. He hasn't been like super great, but he hasn't been struggling.
He hasn't been Mitch Trubisky, but he hasn't been.
No, he's been typical Baker.
Okay, let me ask this. Okay, the better context, is he $100 million quarterback?
Absolutely not.
For the Browns, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think so.
No, hell no.
Isn't that the going rate?
But that's my problem. I'm not paying Baker $100 million
Who you gonna
to
pay?
get that. I'd rather go get a rookie. I'd rather give it to Case Keenum for $10 million.
Bro, look, see, this is Nick Foles all over again. We're not gonna do this.
Oh no. Now, I'm not saying Case Keenum better or is even on the same level. I'm just saying as an organization, I'm not paying Baker $100 million for mediocrity.
Baker has way more upside than Case Keenum.
Baker's upside has already been realized. This is what Baker is.
Okay.
There's not much more growth for Baker.
How many Burrows are in the upcoming draft? Because this draft looks bleak, or even the draft after that. I guess we have to wait and see. But I don't know, man. Like this okay. Look, this is Case Keenum. This is Fitzpatrick all over again. Let's not do this and entertain this thing with guys that are career backups. It's not like Case went out there and balled out.
No, I feel you. Look, Ken. I'm not playing this year game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're at the bottom of the division. They're at the bottom of the division, and they have, Pittsburgh's a different story, but outside of Pittsburgh, they have the worst quarterback in the division.
Which is crazy because Pittsburgh has started out so slow, and here they are, Tomlin, bro.
Yeah, you know how he does. But Ken, I'm not paying Baker that amount of money. My plan B, right? Because obviously you're not going to get a quarterback this season, and you're 100% right. The quarterbacks coming in this draft, I would probably rather have Baker right now versus a rookie. But the person that you have to make a hard beeline for is going to be Aaron Rodgers. Look, all of these the disgruntled quarterbacks, right? If they're going to move on, they're going to want to move to a team that has firepower.
Say, for instance, they don't have that same firepower. Then what do you do?
What do you mean?
If they ship off OBJ.
They ship off OBJ. Here's the thing: Devontae Adams is a free agent next year. Hey, Devontae, let's go.
That's a lot.
Let's go to Cleveland. But it could be done. All I'm saying is that it could be done, and I rather try to go for the home run than to just stay in the. Bro, you have Joe Burrow that's on the up and up. 7 out of his 17 games that he started, he's throwing for 300 plus yards with no damn online. That's major. Right? So we know the upside for Joe Burrow when he gets at least a decent O-line, he already got all the weapons in the world. We see the MVP in Lamar. Baker can't compete with. If you don't get a quarterback ASAP, the division is going to run away from you. And here's the thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? You just talked about Tomlin. Do you think that when they finally move on from Ben Roethlisberger, it's going to take them a long time to re up? It's not the Pittsburgh way. I don't know what the answer is, but they're going to figure it out. I believe in the organization. But Ken, the Browns, if they're playing the long game, which is obviously winning a championship, you can't pay Baker.
Shelton,
Yes.
you starting Case Keenum if he beat the Steelers, the rest of the
It would
season.
depend on how. I would not. He would have to play tremendous. I mean like he had to throw for like 500 yards, be just on the route. You have to see something tremendous. Otherwise, you start Baker because you want to see what you got with Baker. You really Case Keenum is not the answer long term, regardless. Baker is on the fence. Is he your franchise quarterback? We don't really know. To be honest, I need to see the rest of this year and how it's going to play out. Because Baker got to win some games, man. Baker has to win some games, not the Browns, Baker. But in response to what you said about losing like an OBJ, this Cleveland team can afford to lose an OBJ and still be great because they still got the one of the best rosters in the league overall, name for name, player for player. So they can stand to lose a great player and still be great. And you bring in a player like if possible, which we ain't gonna say it's possible right now because I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going anywhere. But to bring in the Aaron Rodgers or go for somebody like that, it would make sense. But I don't believe you're gonna pay Baker top dollar. Our
No, I don't think
franchise.
he'll get top dollar. I think he'll get a pretty fair salary, whatever the going rate is for quarterbacks at that time. That'll do just enough to evaluate him a little further, but not completely uh, lock them into Baker. That'll give them
So you
some wiggle room
franchise
to
him?
get out. Huh?
You franchise him?
Yeah, something like that. You can do that. You can do that to give him another year if you're not too sold on him, and take that
Mm-hmm.
chance if you want to. But yeah, but I think it really depends on what other options out there. So if they're elite quarterbacks, then yeah, no, it's a no brainer to go for them. But if not, give him a 2-3 year contract and wait for another guy to come along. Um, the Chiefs. The title of this show are the Chiefs in
Oh man,
trouble.
they are big time,
Mm.
big time. Um, that defense. Oh my God.
We blaming the defense.
No, we're blaming everything. I'm starting there because that's the worst
Oh
part
yeah.
of it.
All right.
I'm starting on the
But
defense
FIFO,
because yo, what up?
did you see what I said though? Remember I told you that they were gonna hold Derrick Henry for 86 yards?
That they were gonna what?
Hold Derrick Henry for 86 yards. I said they were gonna hold him under 100 yards. Remember?
Mm.
Did you see that? And they
No,
still got blown out.
they still got blown out, which adds to the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that adds to the problem, and that defense can't stop nothing. Um,
No.
they all of their draft picks need to be on defense. These
Mm-hmm.
next two drafts, or the majority of them, 60 to 70% of the draft picks need to go toward defense. That's number one, first and foremost. Number two, at first, and you know how I've been saying that I believe in Mahomes, I believe in the lore and everything. I've seen them down 20 something and come back, and I was confident until I wasn't confident anymore. And that lure that they once had, that invincibility, it doesn't matter if you have us down 35, we're going to come back and win. That's gone. That's gone. They are mortal. And a lot of the
Mahomes
teams,
is mortal.
Mahomes is mortal. And a lot of the teams and a lot of the players and a lot of the schemes have caught up to them. And they're no longer that much more elite than the others offensively. They can't just on command turn it on. And the reason why is you see Mahomes is pressing. A lot of these interceptions, they're press interceptions. Oh shit. You know, think about it. They scored, right? And I'm talking about the Titans. You're down 7-0. You go 3 and out, then they're up 14-0. You throw an interception, they're up 21-0. And then you
Yeah.
compound that with Clyde's Edward Hilaire on IR. They already the run game was suspect, and they're not a run heavy team anyway. So you compound all of that, Ken, is losing football. It's I don't care how much talent is on that side of the ball. It's losing. It's a recipe for losing football, and you're placing a all-time great quarterback. Because look, already based off of the accolades, he's an all-time. I'm not saying the best, but he's up there. You're putting him in a situation that he's trying to do way too much, which we already felt he did, but he got away
Mm-hmm.
with it. But now
Yeah.
he can't. He's not getting the ball back. There's no balance. That guys are missing things that they don't typically miss. It's just bad. I think, and then another thing that I was thinking about: how many people have really talked about a Super Bowl hangover?
I mean, yeah, it's it's Madden. It's the Madden curse.
It could be Madden, it could be a lot of things,
Yeah.
but a lot of people are not talking about them playing in the Super Bowl last year, getting decimated, and them
Yeah.
having a Super Bowl hangover. I'm not
But
giving them excuses. Hold on, Shelton. I'm not giving them excuses. It looks bad. It looks bad,
Mm.
and they need a year. Let's give them this year, but it's bad.
that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, do you think that this is the end of the road, or is this just a bump in the radar? Because I don't. I honestly still ain't ready to give up on him yet.
Mm.
Look, it's hard to go against Mahomes, but when you look at the Chargers, when you look at the Raiders, um, they're only right now better than the Broncos, and the Broncos are a quarterback away. Let's say you exchange Teddy Bridgewater for Deshaun Watson, because now they're in the conversation for Deshaun Watson. Oh, you're not coming back in that division. So to me, when I look at those other two teams that are playing way better football right now, they are more built to sustain the level of success that they have than Kansas City just turning it on because of their issues. It's not like even the Detroit Lions. I'm not saying that they're as bad as the Detroit Lions, but the Detroit Lions have been in almost every game. The Chiefs are losing unwinnable games. They're putting themselves in situations that are insurmountable. Now, the old Chiefs would come back from that, but these Chiefs, they're not built that way right now.
Patrick Mahomes has 9 interceptions. He's tied
It's
with Zach
crazy.
Wilson.
That's bad.
He's tied with Zach Wilson. Right below him with 8, 3 guys: Trevor Lawrence, Sam Darnold, and Joe Burrow. And then after that, you got Davis Mill, Henneke, Jones, Goff. It doesn't get better. Um, he can clean up the interceptions, but you don't want to be on that list with those guys. Now he has 18 touchdowns, so cool. That's good for him. So, but yeah, he definitely got to bring that down. Um, I think it's time to get an apology. All y'all in the chat, my fellow co-hosts, when I was saying things about Mahomes, everybody wanted to jump on me. I walked some of it back after hearing that video about some of the things he was doing in the Super Bowl. But nevertheless, it appears like some of the things I was saying turns out to be somewhat true. They done caught up to Mahomes. 2 safeties over the top. Like if he can't go deep or whatever, what is he gonna do? And the Bucks gave the blueprint. The Bucks, that blowout loss they had against the Bucks was that they had against the Bucks was the best thing that ever happened for the Bucks, because when they played them again, they already knew what to do. They took Tyreek Hill. This is why we have to pay attention to certain things. Sometimes they may be an anomaly. Sometimes they may be evidence of what is to come. You're down 27-0 to the Texans. That's not Titans. That's not no Texans in the playoffs.
Oh, in the playoffs,
That's
yeah.
not good. That's not good. Yeah, you came back, but how did you manage to come back? Well, the coach was absolutely horrendous, and the Texans weren't all that good outside of Mahomes. A couple of coaches did. Deshaun, you get a competent coach, they don't really lose that game, right? You look at the Super Bowl, everybody, when you point out that pass by Jimmy G, you point that out for a reason, because he could be 0-2 in the Super Bowl. He was pretty much bottled up that whole game
Except for that play.
until that one play. These things, kind of
But you know what, though,
they
Ken?
matter.
They matter, but again, it goes to prove that you need to be able to play both sides of the ball. One side of the ball is always going to be better than the other, right? But they need to be close, right? In terms of being able to play the game. And when you watch that Super Bowl, that Kansas City Chiefs defense wasn't amazing,
Mhm.
but they were
Yes,
good enough to keep it in the game because you know
or
you have a.
maybe Kyle Shanahan just wasn't all that great of an offensive coach, and he didn't trust Jimmy G, which is why they were able to be in that game.
But who in the hell trusts Jimmy G?
I understand, but maybe the
And that,
defense wasn't all that good.
but Ken, you can only play who's in front of you.
I understand that, and to your point, that defense got a lot better as the season went on in that on that Super Bowl run.
100%.
That's statistically proven.
100%. And they got to a point where they can keep either maintain a lead or keep it close enough so that way your game breaker quarterback can do what he does. And that's what they did. They don't have that right now. If they had a defense that can keep them in a 17-21 game with Mahomes with the ball, well, shit, we could win some of it. But these
Maybe
games aren't going that way.
maybe the gimmick shit is over. Maybe Andy Reid
I
needs
don't
to
think
get
it's a
back to
gimmick,
coaching.
though.
There's a lot of
Well,
gimmicks that the
well,
Chiefs run.
well, part of it is the fact that they can't run the ball at all. Patrick Mahomes led them in rushing. He rushed 6 times for 35 yards. That led them in rushing. They have no running game whatsoever at all. Like Damian Williams rushed 5 times for 20 yards. That was other than Patrick Mahomes and one Tyreek Hill rush. That was the extent of their running game. So when you can't run the ball, you can't do any of that trick stuff. You can't do any of that over the top stuff. You can't do nothing. You can afford to sit them safeties back there. They don't have to crowd up to the line to try to stop the running back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire being healthy and helping out with that running game, even the short passing game, alleviates some of that pressure. So right now it's all on him, all on his arm, all on what he's going to do. That's a lot of pressure for one man, and it works sometimes. We've seen it work for Lamar this year several times, but it's not working for Patrick right now. But
Listen,
I think with a healthy running back, I'm not saying that they're going to just be world beaters again. I'm saying it would look a lot better than
It would have
27 to
more
3.
balance.
Yeah, and it helps out. Like I said, it would look better than 27 to 3.
I wish Q was with us right now because I know he's been on it more than I have. You know,
He has.
I said my things here. I wish he was with us tonight, but he isn't because I know he definitely has some thoughts. But here's what I will say: Patrick Mahomes needs to learn how to play quarterback. I know that sounds crazy. He needs and FIFO. I remember you told me that he had just learned how to read defense. Think about Aaron Rodgers, right? Aaron Rodgers know how to play quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Is so you gotta be able to play the fast tempo game and the slow tempo game. You have to be able to walk down the field and score. And you got to be able to take shots. Patrick Mahomes wants to go, or maybe the Chiefs, maybe Andy Reid want to go one speed.
I don't think that Mahomes is mature yet as a quarterback.
How long has he been in the league, FIFO?
4 years.
That's not long enough.
To be a mature quarterback?
Yes, it is.
I don't think so.
That's
Not
when you're talking about
I don't
trying
think
to
so
pay a guy.
because sometimes you have a gunslinger mentality, and I put it to you like this: Matt Stafford didn't really become a mature quarterback until he got Caldwell. And I'm not saying that it's going to take Mahomes a whole different quarterback or a whole different head coach to mature, but sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Like I said, right now he's pressing Ken. When
yeah.
when the second time you get on the field, you're already down 14-0 with no run game. What, can you sign a $500 million deal? You are the face of the NFL. You're
All
struggling.
right,
Your defense can't stop a damn thing.
all
You
right.
are naturally going to press.
And when you say that FIFO too, to add on to your point, this is new to him. And what I
One
mean by
hundred
that is,
percent.
yeah, yeah, he ain't been in this position where I mean it's the game has come easy to Patrick Mahomes.
Y'all
It's
need
been
to
so
stop.
easy that we just throw it at him like, oh, Patrick Mahomes the great. We always gave it to him because it's been so easy for him. Since he's
Come on,
been
y'all.
in the league and playing, he really ain't he didn't have to work hard to get what he was getting. I mean, not from what we could see anyway. You know, everything he was doing was natural and just he was already a made man. So now that the
I hope
struggle
he
is
do.
there, now that the struggle is there, it's kind of hard to, it's hard to accept for some people. Like, we just got to wait and see what happens. See how he rebounds from this. That's what's most important.
B said we need to slow down. He said this year 1, 2, 3, whatever. Eventually he was like, yeah, Mahomes is nice. Mahomes is nice. I ain't saying he's not nice. I'm saying that he got to learn how to play quarterback. But y'all sitting here, y'all copping a lot of pleas, man. Like, for real. Like, it sounds like a bunch of excuses. And the thing about it is that a lot of people are heralding this man as an all-time great. On this very show, man, Mahomes is that guy, this, that, and the other. Now the man's struggling. Now he needs time to mature. Which one is it?
Ken,
What are we doing? This is
I
all
just,
now.
I
All
just
of a
told
sudden,
you,
it's
kid.
new to him.
Like-
That's
like-
what Shelton said.
but this is new.
Shelton said this is new to him.
Has Mahomes been in this predicament before?
Y'all told
Yes or
me
no,
he was the
Ken?
guy.
He is the guy. But
He
look,
is.
you could be the guy and be the guy prematurely. LeBron was the guy prematurely. Was LeBron not the guy prematurely?
Yeah, he still had a lot
Please
to learn.
explain what that means. I don't be a premature guy.
If
You don't
you
want to
would-
be premature at anything. You 100%. I'm just saying. I don't know if LeBron would appreciate that.
But look, what I mean is that he was able to physically compete at a very early age, but the wisdom and the knowledge to understand how to deal with certain situations didn't come until a little bit later. Mahomes
Correct.
hasn't been in this situation. Mahomes is the guy because he can make every damn throw in the world. He's mobile enough, right? Like he's not a Lamar down the field type of runner, but he's a Aaron Rodgers type of scrambler. I can evade guys, extend plays, do things. He has not been in this type of situation where he gets on the field almost every game he's down 14-0. My guys that I'm making throws to are not catching the ball.
You act like this defense has always been elite.
No,
this defense,
but they have regressed immensely from year to year. And then the O line, they went and got guys, right? Like they went and got 2 Pro Bowl guys. But the whole team looks discombobulated, Ken.
and y'all said
They
this,
do not. Do they look like a well-oiled machine?
y'all said this guy was better than some proven Hall of Fame vets.
That's what
Yeah.
it looked like. That's what my eyes told me.
Yeah, that
That's
was the
what my
eye
eyes
test.
told me.
You're right, people.
That's what my eyes told me.
Now it's all new. Look,
now we're gonna see, like New Edition say, can you stand the rain? We're gonna see whether he can weather the storm and get out of it. We're gonna see now. But if I had to bet my money, I bet on him. I think he can. I still think he's gonna be fine. I mean, players have down years. It happens. It happens. We're a team sport, so there's gonna be times when you press to try to carry a team and you can't do it. You get a couple pieces in there and you got a different story. That happens too.
Well, we know. I know what the problem is. I saw it, but
I'm gonna get back to these
he ain't been
super
the same
chats.
since he's been with that white girl, has he?
That's when it changed. J.R. Dillon with the super chat. What's up? I'm gonna get to all the super chats before I got them all. I'm about to get them now, but I'm just reading this one first because it's relevant. He said, y'all weren't giving Breeze these excuses in 2012 and from 2014 to 16 when he had the worst defenses in history. Well, once again, like I said, you could have that, but did he have help elsewhere? Who was on those teams with him on the offensive side of the ball?
What did he say?
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was just reading the comment.
No, I was asking you the question. I said, I can't remember. I said, yeah, he had the worst defenses, but he had help on offense, though, didn't he? Who was on that side of the ball with Breeze? Was Breeze playing by?
Yeah, but I don't think it mattered because Patrick Mahomes had help on the offensive side, too. So, still it's kind of the same thing.
I'd have to go back and look at it. I don't remember Breeze. I wasn't paying him no attention.
That was it? Any more super chats? I thought we got...
No, we got a few of them. I'm going to
Okay.
go ahead and read them. Sorry. We them boys... No, who had the first one? The first one was Adrian Wells. Adrian, what's up, man? I'm going to start reading yours right away as soon as I get it. Adrian said, what's good, everyone? How y'all doing? How about them Titans? Can't wait till Sunday to watch my boys be 6-1. Go Cowboys.
Hey.
Cowboys looking good, man.
Hey.
I'm really
I'm waiting for that one.
I am too. I want to see what Dak's, how well Dak rested and healed over this break. I hope he's back to normal and we ain't got to worry about it. We them boys, said two high safeties got Mahomes weak, which that's what you were saying earlier too, Ken, about the high safeties that they running out there. Mr. Ant-Man 27, what's good? He said Madden curse hit Mahomes harder than Debo. Laugh my ass off. It is. We're gonna blame it on the curse. We're gonna see what Mahomes gonna do going
It
forward.
get everybody.
Tracy G, what's good, Tracy G? Tracy G said, yes, I can start going to Bulls games again. The Bulls are 4-0 since 96. Lonzo needs to be Defensive Player of the Year, Eastern Conference Finals this year, for real, for real.
Yeah,
Hold your horses, Tracy.
Yeah, I did see a headline say that's their best start, in a while. So that's good for them. And FIFA, you might be right about that one.
About which one?
Hold your horses.
The Bulls, but we'll get there.
Who the Bulls been playing? They ain't played nobody but some scrubs this year, so I ain't getting them credit till they play a real game. They played
we'll get there.
Toronto twice. They done played Oklahoma City. They played some G League team. I ain't seen them play nobody yet.
Still a good start.
I'm gonna wait till they run up against one of them powers, then we'll see. Tracy G with the super chat. She said, Bucks and Packers for the Super Bowl. Chiefs are in a whole lot of trouble, as well as Seahawks and Bears, who AR owns. Philly is most definitely missing Ben.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they're missing him like that. Not yet, at least. I need a little bit more. But they've been functional without him.
Yeah, they've been functional without him. But they're not elite without him. Like they're a good NBA team without it, because that's how good Embiid is.
Mm-hmm.
They are missing Ben. It's just not showing yet. When they get into these battles with the more elite teams, they'll miss him. They'll miss him primarily because of his defense. Obviously, Ben Simmons generates a lot of open looks. They're gonna miss that. They don't miss it that much right now, but they will.
The distraction is still there. So until they get used to playing without him, they gonna miss him. I mean, it's another body.
But I feel like Philly's playing. I'm sorry, Shelton. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that's 10 rebounds you're getting rid of.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And 10 assists.
Yeah.
And offensive rebounding. Ben Simmons gives you a little bit of a lot that makes up a lot of the big picture. But I feel like Philly is dealing with the controversy better than the Nets are. The Nets still look a little lethargic overall, even though KD's turning up. KD's like Kyrie who?
Tracy G with the super chat. Again, Tracy, we appreciate you. Clippers are definitely going to the finals. They were on Golden State's ass. That game blew out. They were on Golden State's ass that game. Blew out Portland, and it's time for some major changes in Portland.
It is time for some major changes in Portland. We've been talking about that for a minute. Clippers ain't going nowhere. And you want to bring up the Warriors game. Warriors aren't at 100%. What happens when Klay Thompson comes back? Do you think that game is that close? That game gets blown out two and a half quarters in. By midway through the third quarter, that's going to be a 30-point game. So, no, the Clippers are good, but they're not elite without Kawhi. Reggie Jackson has picked up where he left off in the playoffs. He's actually playing really good basketball. I do like the Clippers, but they don't have the firepower without Kawhi. And I don't think Kawhi is coming back this year. Personally, I'm just based off of Kawhi's history. How many people in the room right now think that he's actually going to come back this year? I'm not one of them.
Me either.
Yeah, I ain't got much hope for that at all.
Was that it?
No, we got Alex Hayes. Alex said, y'all think the Chiefs can still make the playoffs?
Yeah, I do.
Very slim chance.
I do too.
Yeah, I think they got a shot.
I do too.
It's slim.
Well, you're a couple injuries away.
Slim.
No, they're just 3-4.
Yeah. I mean, they got a shot. They played like I said, they played a tough schedule so far. So we just got to see what happens. When they get a couple games under their belt, when they get used to
Yeah, like right now, the
winning.
the the Browns and the Steelers and the Patriots and the Colts are ahead of them. So if we take the 7 teams go this year, is it 7 or 6? I think it's 7. 4, 5, 6,
Yeah, it
7.
is. It is.
So yeah, so you're looking at the Browns right now. We're in that 7th spot at 4-3, and then ahead of the Chiefs, you got the Steelers, Patriots, and Colts. You feel confident in any of those teams? None of those.
I like the Colts.
Yeah, I know with coaching, but Patriots and Steelers, those teams will have to win the division. But I think they got out. I think they got a good shot to
Well,
win
yeah, Steelers aren't the real deal. Oh, we saw that last year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these wins, these are Tomlin wins. These ain't. This not even the players. Honestly, I'm just being 100% honest. But do they have a shot? Yes, I just think it's very slim. Things got to play out in their benefit. But here's the thing, like I said earlier, I think that what the Raiders are doing, and a matter of fact, David Carr is playing better without John Gruden.
Hey,
If you look at the numbers, um, the way that the Raiders and that the Chargers are winning and the way that they're playing feels more sustainable right now in the moment than the Chiefs turning it around.
I might have to walk that back because I'm looking
Second
at
half schedule
I'm
is
looking at
easy.
this. No,
It's harder.
well, with the way they're playing, they play the Packers, they play the Cowboys, they get the Raiders twice, who were playing really well. The
Oh
Chargers
wow.
already beat them once, and what helps them out is their last 3 games. But even those aren't giving because they play the Steelers, the Bengals, and the Broncos. With the way that they're playing right now, with the way Mahomes is playing, they can go 500 the rest of the way.
Yep.
Packers,
Yeah.
Raiders, Cowboys, Chargers, and Bengals could all be losses.
And the Cowboys
So
have
they,
outgained every single opponent.
are
So
they off this week?
who? Chiefs?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
they got to be because. Um, Let me see if they're off this week.
But yeah,
Yeah, it looks
they
like
better get that
no. They play
together.
the Giants.
I mean, that's a win, but
Yeah.
um, and the Broncos, they should beat the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
And they should beat the Broncos twice. But I don't know that defense. I don't know, man. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. We just got to see how this shakes out. See if
But
Patrick can right the ship.
it's gonna have to be all on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have to will them to a Super Bowl, to the playoffs.
To the playoffs. Yeah, it ain't no Super Bowl this year.
But I tell you what, he's one of the 5 quarterbacks that I would bet on that can do it.
Oh, 100%.
So in
He
saying that, I can't be mad. It's like 5 of them, and that's the Brady, Rodgers, him, Lamar, and that 5th
Russell.
one is Russell. Those are the 5 that I would bet on being able to carry a team across the line.
Yep. I see we got more super chats, Shelton.
Yeah, we do. Tigolo, what up, Tigolo? Tigolo say, what about the Titans? I don't know.
I'm still not a believer in the Titans, but they've won games they should have lost, and that's what matters. And so you're able to kind of pass some extra wins on there.
Mm-hmm.
But Tannehill still concerns me, and the volume of carries that Derrick Henry has gotten concerns me as well, along with the receiver's ability to stay healthy.
100%.
That's
Julio is just now getting back healthy. AJ Brown and Julio have both struggled overall. Now they've had some highlights and things of that nature, but yeah, I put it to you like this: a lot of the reason why they're winning is Mike Vrabel, and we got to give that man credit. He is one of the few coaches that does not that we don't talk about enough. They've been steady ever since he's taken over them Titans. So I got to give Vrabel a lot of credit.
It's kind of easy when you got a horse, though. You got a horse. All you got to do is
Easier. There's a lot of people that mismanage.
once again, just give them the ball and get out of the way, and that's what they've been doing. The only reason I feel a little bit better about the Titans is the way they won that game against the Patriots. I figured something told me in my heart it was going to be that way. That's why I said what I said. I figured it would be a different way. And somebody said it earlier, A.J. Brown went crazy. They didn't have to run the ball. And it worked for them. And the fact that they were able to go away from Derrick Henry and do some other things and still get the victory by a large sum like that, that meant a lot. The whole team looked good and they have confidence. You beating the Bills and the Chiefs in back-to-back weeks. That ain't nothing to shake a stick at. Regardless, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever else is on the table, that's not something that you take lightly. And they deserve a lot more respect than what they're getting. And you're right, Deuce 1042. They lost to the Jets without both those starting wide receivers and a couple other people too were out that game. So I don't really pay that much attention to that loss. But that team is going to be a team to be reckoned with going down the stretch.
Okay.
Devontae, what's up, Devontae? Devontae said, how are we feeling about these Bengals right now?
That's a Nick question, but I got to tell you, man. Hey, Joe B, that guy, man. And what I will say, FIFO, when you talk about Baker, you kind of see what a quarterback with Burrow's ability can do and able to overcome versus what Baker, who needs more around him, because he still don't have an O-line. Now he has weapons though, and I think the coach is doing a good job. And Jamar Chase is looking like they made the right decision to pick him over an offensive lineman, and they're rolling, and they're rolling, and they're winning. They're beating some legit teams. So that was a big win, last week.
100%.
Against the
Division rival.
Ravens. Yeah, against the Ravens. Yeah, everybody's talking glowingly about the Ravens. They went in there and just beat the shit out of them.
And I think that they lost the 4 previous matchups against the Ravens. So for them to turn that around, man, in the way that Joe Burrow is playing, and I had to walk a lot of the preseason stuff I said about Jamar Chase back. But at the end of the day, I trust my eyes. My eyes told me that he had bricks for hands. Now all of a sudden he got 2 Charmin. You know what I'm saying? He got Charmin gloves, man. Everything is just soft, and you know what I'm saying. Like you see the chemistry that they had at LSU. This is just a good old. When you have a quarterback wide receiver connection, that's what it's supposed to look like, Ken. And you cannot tell me that Jamar Chase and OBJ are not similar. You cannot tell me that OBJ has not had more success in the NFL than Jamar Chase right now. Right? Like just over the career. So there's no reason why Baker and OBJ don't work. Don't sell me that crock of doodle.
Coaching.
Don't sell me that. You know what I'm selling? I'm selling Baker Mayfield.
It's just a chemistry thing, man, because we saw last year Baker sucked up until OBJ got hurt. And then Baker played 1,000 times better. I just think for some reason they don't mesh well. And I think Baker is aware of him so much that he loses awareness on everything else. When he's out of there, he played more free. We were talking about the Raiders earlier, too, and I was going to mention that Jacobs, the running back, was saying how things were so different on the sidelines. There wasn't no hollering and screaming, barking on the refs and all this extra noise in his ears. He was saying how glad they were. Basically, he was saying he was glad to be rid of Gruden and how much more easier and more relaxed they are. So that just felt different with the energy. And that was off topic, but it made me think about him, Baker's energy when playing without OBJ. It's just a different level. And they don't mesh well. But Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, they got a clear understanding. It looks real good. Jamar Chase looks like he's been here before. He looks nothing like a rookie right now. And I know I wasn't the only one that underestimated him. Evidently, the other 30 teams in the league, 29 teams or whatever, how many teams it is, underestimated him too. Because he's doing what he's doing, and it's working.
All right. Was that it?
Nah, we got Mr. Ant-Man 27. Mr. Ant-Man, what up? He said, y'all see Griffey became part owner of the Mariners. I didn't see that, man, but kudos to Griffey for that, Ken Griffey for that. He deserves it. I think when you bring something to the table like that, you deserve part stake in your team anyway. That should be in their contracts or in their agreements that they get something. There wouldn't be a Mariners. We wouldn't even think about the Mariners if not for Ken Griffey. And I'm saying that thinking about the Sixers when I'm talking, there's no reason Allen Iverson shouldn't be a part of that culture and that franchise. He put that team on his back during the time he was there and deserves a lot more credit for it than he got.
Speaking of baseball, the Braves are up 5-1 over the Astros in the World Series. Bottom of the fifth, 0 outs
Y'all see
at
it?
the moment.
It's one out. Just fly out just now. Hey, y'all see it? I told Manny, Manny watching 12 Kyle. They told me I was out of my mind thinking that the Braves would have a chance in this series. Man, if you ain't watching this series and watching these bats, these boys believe right now. That's all it takes is belief. And they're doing it without their best player. So shout out to the Braves. Straight up. We're gonna take this one home. The Georgia curse will be over. And I don't care about none of the other Georgia teams. I'm a Braves fan, and the only reason is because when I was growing up, the only team we could watch was, Superstation TBS was the Braves. So that's everybody was a Braves fan on our side on the East Coast. Chief Miyagi with the super chat. We appreciate the love, man. Appreciate you, man, for your generous donation. That helps us to grow.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to you too. Will Harden get out of his funk, or will these new rules continue to affect him? I think it's more than the rules that's affecting him. I do think that there's something to that, but to me, Harden, he just don't look right. He don't look like he in the shape he needs to be in, man. He just don't. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. He does not look like himself. And his game is just slow, it's clunky, it's not the James Harden we're used to seeing. And I don't know. I think he plays himself into shape during the season. I don't think he works quite as hard in the offseason as maybe he should. But I'm yet to see it. And I think that he'll adjust eventually. So I think he will play himself out of the funk, but I think he has to get some more reps under his belt. But he looks rough right now.
Yeah, I think they'll adjust and they'll get it back. But I'm glad the rules are working. If they are definitely impacting Harden in the way that people seem to think. I only called like one of their games, so I don't know how actively. I haven't
Oh,
really had a chance to watch them, so I don't know
yeah,
what's going on.
it's different. And remember, Ken, I've been talking about this for a very long time about NBA officiating and how they call the rules. I've said that defenders have a right to their space as well. If you can, lower your shoulder at times, and then not be called an offensive foul, I should be able to chest you up to slow a quick guy down without it being, a foul. Because it shouldn't be where only the offensive player can initiate contact and get away with it. And right now, what you're seeing is a lot of the ticky tackness is not getting called, and that's not how basketball should be played. It's an offense and there's a defense, and right now they're allowing the defenders to be a little bit more physical without grappling people like they did back in the 70s and the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like an elbow is not a foul. No, there's still a foul, but at the same time, when I smack at you or if I bump you, it's not a foul. When you up and under me and I stay here and you hit my chest, it's not a foul. I have a right to this space as a defender. And all James Harden has to do is adjust. What he has to do is get people into the air more. You know who would still thrive and still get his free throw shots in the way that they're calling the NBA right now? Dwayne Wade.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
pump fake was impeccable.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get you
Yeah.
up in the air. James
Mm-hmm.
Harden isn't doing that. He's trying to get up under people and flail the joint. They're not calling that no more. You got it. You gotta adjust. And here's the thing too. James Harden needs to take this as the ultimate sign of respect.
Mm.
Do they not change the rules for all of the greats? Do they not? All of the greats, they done had to modify something. Hey, bro, hey, this man he taking too much advantage of this. He too great. The man averaged damn near 20 points from the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We
And
gotta
and
switch it up.
we do. Nickname Toon Cat said three. He said the same things. Is he being exposed now because the NBA has cracked down? He said three field free throw attempts a game through 4 games. 3 per game through 4 games. LeBron's free throw attempts are down too this year, really bad.
Everybody. You
Everybody is, yeah.
you're not getting the ticky tack. It got to be a legit foul now. That's
Hmm.
the way the game should be played. The players just got to adjust. It's only 4 games in. Give them 10, 15 games. They
Yeah,
will adjust.
yeah. The cream gonna rise to the crop, and he's part of that. I just think, like I said, I just think that James Harden needs to get himself to be a James Harden. Once he gets back to himself, he'll adjust. He'll figure it out. It's hard to stop that man because he shoot too good and he can do too much.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what the next super chat was. Drink more water. Drink more water. What's good, man? He said the Packers are quietly 6-1 with key players like Zarius
Bakhtiari,
Smith.
their left
Yeah.
tackle, he just got back or getting back.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. They haven't had him?
Nah, he been out.
That's crazy.
No.
Yeah, he been out.
Zadarius Smith, Jair Alexander, Valdez Scantling, and Preston Smith. They've all been out due to injury. Now we see Devontae Adams uh, is out for COVID protocol.
Yeah.
So,
And they just lost another wide receiver today too. Sheesh, who is it? They just lost another one, including Devontae.
Mm.
oh wow,
And they need to go ahead and make that OBJ move. But
yeah,
you know, quiet. I don't know if that's the word because it made me feel a certain type of way, but it is relatively true because they were allowed 0-1, but now they're a quiet 6-1. I don't know how that works that
Mm-hmm.
way.
Alex
Um,
Lazard, people.
Lazard, yep, he's out starting today too for COVID protocol. Um, what's interesting to me overall, man, is we talked about Mahomes arguably being the best. Who's the best quarterback right now? Shit, is anybody really playing better than Aaron Rodgers? And that's not to take no shots at Tom Brady leading the league in a lot of statistical categories and doing what he does. But let's look at the offensive weaponry that he has had throughout the entire season versus the people that keep dropping out for Green Bay. And Aaron Rodgers ain't slowing up. He's just not slowing up. So in my opinion, man, look, Green Bay is one of the scariest teams in the league right now, and it's because of one reason. That man's name is Aaron Rodgers.
Mm.
And look, Green Bay, y'all have not shown this man the type of class and respect that a franchise quarterback of his caliber deserves. So this is going to be the final year for y'all because there's no way he's coming back. Super Bowl or not, OBJ or not, he ain't coming back.
Mm. I I don't know about that, FIFA. I really don't, man. I can't say he ain't coming back. There's something lead me to believe that he'll be back.
Shelton, if you've been disrespected at your job for over a decade, right? But they had you under contract. You think at the first moment that you can bounce, you're not gonna bounce?
Yeah, people look at where we work forever. There's people that
Hey, but see, but they don't have me under contract. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had
yeah.
an opportunity to just pick up and go somewhere else and make more money or the same amount of money or a little bit less, just like that, I would. But it don't work
I
like
just
that for the normal 9 to 5er.
it really just depends on whether he wants to be there or not. He really wanted that respect, and I think if they give it to him and apologize and say that they're wrong, sometimes that's enough. Especially if they're winning. Winning cures everything. If he's winning there and it feels good to him, he ain't going nowhere
But
because there's
here's the
no
thing,
reason.
Shelton, have they really given this man a true voice with personnel decisions? They just did it now with bringing Randall Cobb in. But the
Right,
fact
but
of the matter that 2 years ago you drafted Jordan Love after my MVP what?
right. I
Like
mean, no, I get it all, but if what he wanted was a voice, and they said, okay, now we giving it to you, whatever, and things work out and you winning, you ain't going nowhere. There's no reason to. If they're giving him the voice that he wants, there's no reason to try to start over and try to build your legacy elsewhere when you already set.
uh,
Some
I
people are
don't know.
comfortable like that.
We shall see how it plays out. I think that there's other teams and other situations where if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, shit, if I could do this in Green Bay, imagine if I was on this squad. Cleveland,
Right.
Imagine if I was on this squad, Denver, Miami, Steelers.
Yeah.
There's opportunity, man.
And it's definitely an opportunity, but for some people, they take the no pressure any day. Comfortable surroundings. I ain't got no pressure here. I go somewhere else, you're gonna expect me to take a Super Bowl. If I go to any of them teams you name, you're gonna expect the Super Bowl the first year. And there's nothing wrong with that except I got to get through these other teams. And if I don't deliver, it's bust. So in saying that where I'm at, you expect me to do what I'm doing, but I'm gonna be an all-time great regardless. My legacy is solidified where I am. When I move, you expect more. So a lot of people ain't trying to, and I'm not saying he won't. I'm just saying that's something to consider when you think about certain players. They ain't trying to go nowhere. They ain't trying to do nothing. They want what they want. So they're gonna say what they gotta do, say what they gotta say to get what they want. And he got what he wanted, I think. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
To me, this is a lesser situation than the Patriots, but it's a similar situation where, yeah, I'm out here winning. Yeah, I'm out here winning MVPs. We're doing all of this type of stuff. But guess what happens when I bounce up out of here and I go handpick the guys I want? And because this organization values me and they know my level of expertise doing what I does, and you just got to give me the guys I tell you I need, you gonna see what's gonna happen. Again, I don't think it's to that level, right? Because obviously Aaron Rodgers has been through a couple of different head coaches throughout his tenure at Green Bay, and Tom Brady has only had one with his tenure with New England. However, I'm telling you, man, look, there's something to be said that when you know you're the best, or at least a top two or top three person at what you do, and they're not listening to you, it's a little, it's a little, it's a little too late. I don't see how it works out. But it is what it is. We shall see how everything plays out.
Yeah.
The NFL, uh, they would not be releasing the Washington football team's report publicly. Two former Washington football team employees actually met with, sent copies of a letter to the league asking them to make the findings public. Um, everybody watching right now, everybody listening to this afterwards, the audio or rewatching, y'all already know it's some shit in them goddamn emails.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Y'all
yeah.
already know
Yes, sir.
there's some shit in them goddamn emails, and they don't want that
For
shit out.
sure. For sure.
So yeah, we know this is a cover up, even though they're saying it's not. But nah, if there wasn't some shit, they would release that. But nah, man. And the thing about it, if I'm John Gruden, I got some problems. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
y'all gonna release all my shit and leak all my shit. Pash, y'all gonna release all my shit. Oh, but y'all won't release all this other shit that's going on. Oh, hell no. No. Somebody got to see me. Y'all done made me leave my comfy losing gig.
They were winning this season, though, Ken.
No, they were not. They started winning when he left.
Did they not have a winning record when
No, they won a couple of games and
No,
they
I'm talking about
started
this season. This season only.
Yeah, and then they started losing again. And then the emails came out. Then it was a wrap. And then
Yeah.
he left.
Yeah.
So
They
yeah.
won two without him, put it that way. And they were like, I think they were 3-2 when he went out.
Sheldon, you're not gonna get your wish, bro. There's a rumor that the Dolphins and the Texans have agreed to a trade verbally for Watson, but the Dolphins want his legal issues resolved before consummating the deal, and wants clarity from Goodell on length of the potential suspensions. Um, this would be crazy if this goes through.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Tua.
He'll
Like,
be fine. He'll find a
where you gonna
second home.
go?
I don't
His
know.
career over.
It's not.
Where you gonna go?
I'll take him in
Cleveland.
Carolina.
Shit, I'd rather take him over Baker.
He'll probably go to Texas. Maybe they'll send him over there in exchange.
They don't want him.
So he's not coming to Carolina, man. So you stuck with Sammy.
Well, if Tua comes to Carolina, we're still better off. But yeah,
With
they don't
Tua?
want him. Yeah.
No, the hell
Yes.
y'all not.
We're
Tua no
better
better
off with Tua.
than no. Y'all.
And if y'all don't
Anyway,
get
I'm
off
sorry.
this
Go
Sam
ahead. I'm
Darnold
sorry,
stuff, I've been telling y'all about Sam Darnold since the beginning.
bro. You up
And
here trying to big up Tua.
I ain't bigging up Tua. I'm just down in Sam Darnold. I
Well,
don't
don't act
want
like
to.
Tua gonna be any better.
He'd be better.
Oh shit! Get the hell out of
Anything is
here!
better.
Get the hell out of
Give,
here!
give me anything.
You know what? They messed. Once those rumors started circulating about him coming to Carolina, Sammy ain't been the same since.
No. Well, no. The rumors didn't start till Sammy changed. So Sammy had a couple bad games before they start. They still were saying as of a week ago before this Giants game, they were still saying Matt Rule was saying. Matt Rule was saying that Sam Darnold is the quarterback. We have no interest in Tua. In
yeah.
Deshaun. And right after that game is when they said it. Right after that game is when Carolina re-entered the sweepstakes. So I'm kind of mad because they had a chance a couple times before that to make some moves and didn't do it. And now I'm reading reports where, and I see where the media is trying to sabotage it. Like Carolina, if they make a move for him, what is that saying about their culture? David Tepper was saying that, Carolina had some of that harassment stuff going on under the old regime. So when David Tepper bought the team, he was saying, I'm cleaning all that up and getting all that out of here. So they're trying to say bringing in Watson would kill that message. But I'm like, come on, man. This football. We're trying to win games. Let's win games. Let's get him some help, win some games. That's what we do. Josh Gordon can get 100 chances. Let's give somebody else a chance too.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of wild because I don't know how they would even make the move to get him because then they give up a lot of picks for Sam.
Not a lot of picks. They only gave up a couple. I think 36 or something like that. It wasn't much. It wasn't much.
Well,
Couple packs.
maybe he'll get back on track from here and get out of his head. But yeah, whenever they start coming out saying, "Oh, we still believe in him," this and that, it's a problem. Something going on. Something going on. So yeah. Anyway,
I've been. I don't know where you can go from here.
Sammy.
Rob Carson, you said it earlier. I saw that somewhere too, where they were saying that Aaron Donald was going to be in. Aaron Rodgers is going to be in Carolina, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Sammy
man.
got y'all, man. He's just going through a rough stretch
Darnold.
right now.
It's not going to be Sam Darnold. He's not that guy.
He's just going through a rough stretch right now. He'll be all right. Gotta have faith, Shelton.
He's not that guy. A rough stretch. You talk about continuation from the Jet stuff. He just had a couple good games. That's like a one-hit wonder. That's what he was. Right. I told you who he was. He told you who he was.
We'll see. Watch.
Denny Green said it. He is who we thought he was.
Watch. You'll see. You'll see. But it's your fault because you didn't throw your support behind the team.
I didn't.
Let's get into some picks and then we'll hit a couple of basketball topics and get out of here.
I got two. Let me give you two more real quick super chats. Alex Betancourt said, "What up, dead end? Yes, the Chiefs are in big trouble, but the Raiders are top of the AFC West. That won't last." I think that's the last one I had. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, cool. All right. So last week, damn, FIFO, you and I, we went 3-1, man.
It was a rough week.
We went 3-1.
I'm making my comeback.
Nick went 2-2, and Shelton went 1-3. So yeah,
damn, Shelton.
That's where we are right now.
Yeah, it's a rough
week.
What
do our records look like?
This race is tight now. So Shelton and I are both 18-11, and you and Nick are 17-12. So yeah,
y'all right on our hip.
Yep. So, damn, which one did I get? I went with KC. I could have swore I picked Tennessee.
No, you said Kansas City.
I was definitely thinking Tennessee. Damn.
Yeah, FIFO was the only one that picked Tennessee.
I
went back and listened. That's when I said he wasn't going to win the yards.
All right, so week 8, Green Bay versus Arizona. Nick has Green Bay. FIFO.
Arizona.
Oh, 8-0, huh?
Arizona. Green Bay has a lot of people missing, and Arizona's hot.
Yeah.
Shelton.
Arizona.
I'm going Green Bay.
I don't blame you, Ken. Something
Streak
telling me
stops
that.
now.
Yeah.
It won't be them.
Something tells me with these injuries, they gonna make a splash. Something gonna happen.
You know who I think beats Arizona?
Who?
Cowboys.
Nah, it's gonna be one of them lesser teams. That's gonna who is in next
Are we
game?
trying to say that Arizona's the best team in the league?
Right now, yeah. Yep.
Dallas versus Minnesota. Nick has Dallas.
That's
Dallas.
not even.
Yeah, I think we all going Dallas here.
Minnesota can't score more than 21. Like, what's the problem? Like, the Cowboys have outgained every single team they played against, including Tampa Bay week 1. Nah, bro. They legit.
All right. Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. Nick has Pittsburgh.
Whew, what?
Why we pick this? Why
I don't know
are we
why he
picking
picked
this? This is horrible. Hold on, let me. Oh man.
Well, I'm going Pittsburgh. Y'all know me.
Yeah, I'm going to Pittsburgh too.
Especially if Case Keenum's
Where they
starting.
playing?
In Cleveland.
Cleveland.
In case Keenum playing. Baker's out.
Yeah, I think Case.
Ooh.
I think Case is playing. Yes.
Are any of the running backs back?
I don't think
Chubb
so.
or Kareem?
I don't
They
think.
not
I know
back?
Kareem's on injured reserve, so I know he's not back. Chubb. Let me look. I don't know if Chubb is playing or not.
I'm looking now.
If they're out, I'm going Pittsburgh.
Update 16 hours ago. Hopefully this is some real news.
He's expected back for week 8 against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Nick Chubb practice.
So Nick Chubb is back.
Can I make my pick Thursday on that one?
The game is okay.
The game's Thursday.
The
If
game
you want,
starts.
you can pick and then change it Thursday if you have a change of heart.
Yeah,
But
you got to pick.
You can wait till Thursday. We'll be here Thursday. That's fine.
Pick something, FIFO. Be a man about it.
Give me Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh.
If you want to change it, you could just change it Thursday if something develops.
I'm 80% certain.
Okay.
I'm 80.
Last one, Tennessee versus Indianapolis.
Where they playing?
Give me
Indy.
Nick
has Tennessee.
Give me the Colts. Oh, this is gonna be that same game, just like this past week. Oh, y'all gonna lose. I'm gonna win this one.
No, I'm going Indy.
Oh, you going Indy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who you went with, Shelton?
The Titans.
All right. Okay. That's where we are. NBA, man. So what's on your mind, FIFO?
Oh man. Okay. First off, I don't want to hear nothing no more about no damn Ball brothers. Both of them balling, and the third one just got signed.
Yes, sir.
To a G League team.
Don't matter. I'm telling you, he gonna make the NBA, and he's not gonna be as good as his brothers. He's not.
I know.
But catch and shoot, he's an NBA rotational player.
They're politicking to get it. I see it. They're politicking to get him to the league. I see what's happening. I see the G. You know.
But LaMelo can. How do you feel about LaMelo today?
He's the same guy.
Huh?
We have League Pass, right?
Yeah.
Do you watch these games?
We have League Pass.
He don't watch these games.
He don't watch them. Like, you got to watch them. You got to watch them, kid.
Ken, the efficiency is up. The turnovers are down. The 3-point efficiency is up. You could just tell he's more settled.
Of course, it's his second year.
But Ken, but he's at an elite level.
Elite?
Yes, he's an elite guard in the NBA.
Yes, that man outplayed James Harden. He outplayed James Harden in the Nets like what nobody's business.
Oh, everybody's outplaying James Harden in the Nets. Don't give me that.
But Ken, but no. Look,
Look, I don't want to shit on Melo. Let's not make
okay,
y'all
fine,
don't make me do that.
that's cool.
All
What
right,
what about Lonzo? You
all
gonna
right.
shit on him too?
Now Lonzo's been very consistent.
Very
Yeah,
beyond
I've
consistent.
always agreed with what you said. Like he yeah. I don't think I've shitted on Lonzo. That's Nick. I haven't shitted on Lonzo in a minute.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm cool with Lonzo.
fine.
Drink more
Either
water.
way,
Let me
the
let
Bulls.
me let me clear this up and drink more water real quick.
Go
LaMelo did
ahead.
not get benched for Ish Smith. He asked to be benched. He said Ish is playing great. Let him stay out there. He didn't get benched.
Yeah,
No.
and here's the thing: Ish is a very underrated point guard. Ish is a point guard's point guard. If you're
Yeah.
talking about a guy that gets other people involved, sees the court, everything, Ish is the perfect backup point guard in the NBA. And they were on a crazy run in that game. As a coach, and I have coached, you always go with your hottest hand. You know who was famous for that? Two coaches, Phil Jackson and Greg Pop. If my backups got me in the game and they're still playing good, you gonna finish this.
Yeah. And
So
that, like I said, they asked his teammates praised him because they couldn't believe that he said that. And they was like, that's leadership at its best. Because he's the one that said he needs to stay out there. And he went and sat back down. He's like, let him play. He playing ball, man. Leave me in, coach. That was amazing. That was leadership. And it's
but
not something you expect from a player that young.
no, Lamelo is on his way. I don't know if the league will be his. I don't know if he'll be the face of the league, but Lamelo's on his way of being one of those faces of the league. And I
I
put it to you
agree.
like this: um,
They trying to make him.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's in that
he
conversation.
he gets a lot of
A lot of spotlight.
coverage. Yeah,
Yep, a lot of spotlight.
yep.
I I'm gonna jump off of an edge, but you know how I do, especially when it comes to basketball. And I know Lamelo's unproven, but I have a feeling I've been high on Lamelo since he was my height. I'd rather have Lamelo over Luca.
Oh yeah, you definitely leaped.
And you know what?
But you know
I'll
what?
jump out the gym
I ain't mad
sometimes.
at you. LaMelo Black. Well, so so. So so.
But nah, like I really like Lamelo's overall game, and the main difference to me when I'm watching Luca and I'm watching Lamelo, Lamelo just has more pizzazz, and Lamelo, as great as Luca is, Lamelo feels more dominant to me. Like Lamelo does whatever, whenever he wants on that basketball court, and to me,
Yeah.
that's the scariest thing. And part of that is, y'all hear me how I talk about being a point guard, this, that, and the third, and I see plays before they happen, watching the game. Lamelo's one of the few passers that I don't see what he sees,
You know,
and that's scary.
I think with him, man, is that he thinks he's the best player on the court when he step on the court.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen old clippings and videos and stuff, and you've been on Lamelo for like
Years.
yeah, yeah. So this isn't new. Um, and I've seen the way he talks and the way he clowns his teammate. Oh yeah, I dusted him up. It was some shit you may have seen or whatever. Like his confidence level is super high.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the difference between him and Lonzo. If Lonzo had LaMelo's attitude,
Oh, he'd be a different player.
Oh my
he'll be a
gosh.
completely different
Oh
player.
my.
He would be what LeVar would been saying. He better than Steph, but
Yep.
he don't have that.
Yep.
But which is fine because everybody got to be unique, and Lonzo's growing into who he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
He's not
Yeah, that's
Lamelo
personality.
is. Go ahead, Shelton. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying what you were saying. I said it's just what their personalities are. Brothers can be different. You can have one brother that's outgoing, one that's not, one that's a leader, one that's not, and they're just different people. And Lonzo is more comfortable playing in the background. You know, he's talented out of this world, but he ain't gonna be all this leader rah rah guy. He's not gonna be a boastful guy. He's more laid back. He be the brother that's in the cut. Melo is the flashy one that
Yep.
with the style and pizzazz, not only on the court but off the court, he's the same
Yep.
way.
Yep.
So that's who he is with the talent to match. So
Yep.
it works for what he's doing. It really does work, and hopefully Charlotte can keep those guys together. Now, I wish they had paid Miles Bridges already because Miles Bridges is playing tremendous too.
He is. He is. He's upped his level. You know what it feels like? It feels like that leadership effect, right? When a young up and coming team finally says, "Oh, we got the guy that we supposed to follow,"
Mm-hmm.
everybody steps their game up. The step back threes, he wasn't hitting that like that last year.
No.
He feels like a more complete basketball player, and he feels like a perfect complement to LaMelo. You know what that combination feels like? It feels like Trey Young, John Collins. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it feels like. It feels
Yeah.
like this is my guy. He can go guard smaller guys, bigger guys, whatever I need him to, and he's gonna finish these crazy lobs I throw. He's gonna hit
Right.
open shots. He has my back. If somebody punks LaMelo, the first person that's gonna be there is Bridges. That's what
Mm-hmm.
it feels like, and
And,
I
and,
think that that's very huge. It's something that you said about Lonzo, in terms of his personality, and I agree. But I think where LaMelo, what he has over Lonzo in pizzazz is what Lonzo has defensively. So what Lonzo lacks in
oh yeah.
and Lonzo got crazy passing too, but he's not as showy, as flashy as LaMelo. But what he lacks in that, he makes up on defense. And I don't, I
Mm-hmm.
think LaMelo could be a good defender. I just don't know if it's as important to him as it is for Lonzo. But man, I really like what the Ball brothers have been doing. For people saying that you can't improve and this, that, and the third, and take look at Lonzo is a marksman right now. Look at the numbers, and he's perfect for that Chicago Bulls team. And Nick,
Mm-hmm.
I hope you watch him because them Bulls is better than them Knicks, bro. Them Bulls is better than them Knicks. Them
Knicks
Bulls,
3-1.
huh?
The Knicks are 3-1.
And then the Bulls 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
And I know
Yeah.
how Shelton feels, but Shelton, you know what I love about the eye test with the Chicago Bulls, and it's what I thought it would be. But obviously, you got to
Mm-hmm.
let the things play out.
Yeah.
They're
And
complementary.
yeah. They look good. Don't get me wrong. They look good. I just want to see them, against some top level competition, and then I'll give them their flowers.
One
Once I
hundred
see them
percent.
do
I want to say
it,
The
Toronto
Hornets
pushed
ain't
them.
played anybody either.
huh?
The Hornets ain't played anybody either.
They played the
They
Nets,
played the net.
Everybody being the Nets. We ain't
They played
gonna.
the
No, we ain't
Celtics.
gonna. Nope. No. 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 No.
but Charlotte's not on their same level though. Bro,
The
Charlotte's not on
Nets have
their
been.
level.
Man,
What you
we've been
mean?
talking about how bad the Nets have looked since the
I
season
understand
started.
all of
What are you
that,
talking
but
about?
but but
Yeah,
Charlotte
but
is
what I'm
not
saying,
on the level coming into the
With the
season.
way the Nets are playing, they're good enough to beat the Nets, bro.
no, bro. The reason why the Nets are playing that way is because they played Charlotte. When they played Charlotte, they were
Here
they
y'all
weren't.
go.
I
Here
mean,
y'all
Charlotte
go.
I'm not saying
contributed
that.
to the net slide.
Bro, the
That's
Hornets ain't
how I look
played
at it.
anybody.
And speaking,
When they played the Celtics just smashed them when they played some competition.
nah, they was beating the Celtics. They had the Celtics down by 10 with like 4 minutes left. They let them come back and tie it, and Celtics ran away in overtime. Celtics did not smash them. It was not a smash. It was an overtime game that
Look
the
like a
Hornets
smash to
had
me.
won easily and let it go.
Played a better team and lost.
Yeah, yeah. The boys played out of their mind. I ain't gonna lie, the Celtics played great down the
They're off
stretch.
to a good start, but we're not gonna say one team ain't played anybody and the other team ain't played, and the other team has. It's just we got to be consistent.
Igwe Ike said, K. Inge Bailey's back at it again. I'm talking
Look,
about Lamar.
I said I didn't want to do this to that brother.
Mr. Ant-Man 27 said Candace Owens just don't want to admit I was right.
So another
Owens.
thing,
Hey, that is the best one.
oh, we got one more.
That's the best super chat that I've seen in a while. Mr. Ant-Man, kudos for you for that one. That's his new nickname, Candace Owens.
Another thing, that I feel that I've been right about, Jalen Green with the Houston Rockets.
He struggled out the gate. So where you going? Because he just had a good game.
He's had back-to-back good games.
Okay, all right.
I think it
the
was
last
against
one.
Boston. He had like 7 or 8 threes, something crazy.
Yeah, he had
Yeah, and then there was another game where he was just getting ridiculous dunks. But the thing I really like about Jalen and what Houston did is this. Number one, I'm for moving a disgruntled superstar, especially in basketball right now. Especially in basketball right now. For years, Ken, I've been coming on Dead in Sports saying that the influx of talent is going to be undeniable. And we're seeing that. If you have a guy a la Ben Simmons that wants to be moved on, move on and make sure you get a high draft pick because the guys that are coming in are more ready. Now, I'm not saying Jalen Green is ready to lead the Houston Rockets to the playoffs. We know that it takes some time and maturation. And when you look at him physically, he still looks like a 19-year-old boy.
Yeah, at FIFO tonight, he was 4 for 16, 2 for 9 from 3, and he had 10 points. He's had it's going to be a roller coaster for him. It's still early,
100%.
but I
But
wouldn't.
but but the highs, but the highs are ridiculously high, and they're only gonna get higher because he's gonna get better. He's 19, still a very thin frame. He still doesn't even understand the game of basketball yet on how to attack without having to exert a whole bunch of energy. When you're 19 playing basketball and you have this much juice, everything is about being faster, being quicker. It's not about the mental aspect of the game yet. You don't understand it at that level yet. That's why I always tell people 3 to 5, and it's not just the physical abilities; it's a lot of the mental. But when he gets it together, it is scary what this man can do. It is scary what Jalen Green is going to be. He's going to be the best player out of this draft class.
Yeah.
And this is a damn good draft class. This is damn good. But he's the guy. And the only difference between him and Cade in Detroit is the physical ability. And I said that pre-draft. But did you see the almost dunk attempt that he had against Boston when you hit him all up in the face? Bro, his whole head was his whole chest was at the backboard. This kid is ridiculous. You know what he is? He's Anthony. He's the basketball version of Anthony Edwards. And remember, I said I love Anthony Edwards because of the football mentality. Same, wire. Have you seen physically what Anthony Edwards has become?
He's off to a pretty good start
Oh
this
my
year too.
God!
Yeah,
Hey,
he is.
hey, them two guys are going to be the mold of the next two guard in the NBA. If you not better than them, or you can't compete with them at that position, it's gonna be tough for you,
I hope not,
especially in the
FIFO.
West.
I hope not, because I kind of like a 2 guard that can pass and rebound a little bit. Because them
You said
boys just
what?
trying to. I say I hope not, because I want a 2 guard that can do a little bit more than just put the ball in the basket. Because
What
neither
does
one
you
of
need
them.
them to do?
I need them to guard somebody, grab a rebound, get 1 assist, 2 assists, something. Them boys ain't passed the ball yet. So I don't see how that can affect wins and losses. You can make all the great plays you want to make, but you got to have something else with you. You got to do something else.
So
You
I
need to have
think
2
that
things at least.
no 100%. Two guards, in my opinion, depend. It all depends on roster construction, right? If you have a combo guard and you're one of these prototypical two guards, of course, a lot of more playmaking duties land upon you as a two guard to do if you have a playmaking, or I'm sorry, as a combo point guard. But when you look at another two guard that's in the mode of these two guys, just not physically as dominant, Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is a score first guy. Does he play much defense? He's not elite.
No,
But
no, but
does he
see,
get a lot of rebounds? Does he play make a lot? No. He's a
no,
walking bucket.
but it
But
didn't work. But even Zach LaVine is the best example because it didn't work until this year. Zach
no,
LaVine
I
ain't won
understand.
nothing.
But Shelton, that's what I'm saying. Roster construction. Look, you don't win or lose a championship just because of one guy. It's how all 5 of those guys that play the majority of the time, how they play, and what is the identity. Because you have Zach LaVine, Lonzo's the perfect point guard. Right. This is a
Right.
puzzle. This is a puzzle that the GM and the front office and the head coach got to have input to put together the right way.
But it's
And
not that it's not as easy as you make it seem. If it was that easy, everybody would just have a
oh
perfect
no, of
constructed
course.
roster.
No,
It's
I'm not.
not. It's not easy.
Shelton, I'm not saying it's easy at all. And that's the reason why a lot of these GMs got to get fired, because what the hell you doing? It's not easy. It's not easy. Think about the original Lob City, right? Like their weak point was a 3-man that could compete with the likes of the Durants and the LeBrons. Not saying that you had to go get one of those guys, but you had to go get an Iggy, an Iguodala. That's what they were missing. They never got it. What happened? Second round exit every year. Obviously for other reasons, too, injury, this, that, and the third. But from a roster construction point, they were lacking something. You know what I'm saying? And no, it's not an easy job. But the ones that pull it off, they make it look easy. They think about the moves that the Bulls had to make to even get to this position in the first place, right? They had to go trade for Zach LaVine, meaning that they had to give up Jimmy Butler. At the
Mm-hmm.
time, Jimmy Butler was a way better player than Zach LaVine. You were
Right.
you were taking a risk on Zach LaVine being a 25-point a game scorer in the NBA because he wasn't that up until that point.
Right, and I
Then
don't think that's I still don't think that that was necessarily the plan. I'm not saying that you didn't know he could be special, but you're still playing the hoping game as a GM. It's not as simple as just saying I'm gonna surround this guy with talent to hide all his weaknesses and go. If it was that simple, like I said, everybody would do it in those guys. But you got plenty of guys out there that can put the ball in the basket. You got to bring something else to the table on most rosters. 90% of those rosters, they're gonna need more out of you than just that. And I'm not saying that these guys won't ever get it. I'm not saying that they're not special. I'm just saying we ain't close to seeing Anthony Edwards make a dent in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We're just not close to that. He's not going to carry no team to the playoffs. We're not close to seeing Jalen Green make a dent in the playoffs. So to say that these guys are the future of the league, I'm not going to say that right now because I don't see them making that much of an impact on a team as opposed to putting the ball in the basket.
let me
Now, to
ask you
say that he
something,
can't be a prolific scorer, that's
Shelton.
different. But if you're saying an impact player, I don't know yet.
Shelton, let me ask you something. Was last year Devin Booker's first time in the playoffs?
Yeah, it was.
And he scored the most points ever by a playoff debut.
Yes,
601 throughout the entire playoff run that he had. He
correct,
hadn't sniffed the playoffs until then, right?
correct.
But he was also
I
three to
think
five.
that's what he's saying though.
But part of what Shelton is not saying is he's saying that he doesn't see these youngsters being even what Devin Booker is right now. Obviously, look,
No,
Shelton.
no, they can do that. That's what I'm saying. They can put the ball in the basket. What I'm saying is the ability to get a Chris Paul on the team with a Devin Booker, to get a center like Aiton on a team with Devin Booker, to get a player like Crowder that can come in and do the dirty work on a team with Booker. Those pieces are not easy to come by. And
No
to get
one,
all of them at once, the perfect storm, is very difficult.
Shelton.
It's not an easy thing.
Shelton, 100%. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's an easy thing. What I'm saying is that the elite GMs in the NBA, they get it done. And they do it in a timely fashion. The same way with the Atlanta Hawks, right? When they made the Clint Capella move, it predates all of these other moves for Gallinari and all of that type of stuff. But there's some GMs that just rest on their laurels and they don't make. Look at what has Dallas done for Luka outside of 7'7" that can't stay healthy.
Mm.
Correct. And that's but see, that's my point. How many elite GMs are there in the league? There's not 20 elite GMs. There ain't
No,
10. That's
100%. But
that's
Shelton,
about
but you know what happens? Those players then move on. LeBron, you, like at the end of the
right.
day, those guys will get traded. Jimmy Butler got traded for Chicago. You know, like
Mhm.
it'll happen. It'll happen somehow, some way. It may not happen for Jalen Green in Houston. It may not happen for Anthony Edwards in Minnesota. It may be at another destination with a better GM and a better organization. I'm not saying that these current places are going to foster what they need. But what I'm saying is, as individual talents, these guys are going to be some of the most talented in the NBA because they're coming in at 18, 19, 20 years old. And look at what they're doing against experienced veterans. Those guys can't stop them. And these guys physically are not where they are going to be in the future mentally. So what that tells me that of course Jalen Green in his rookie year is gonna be how many guys? LeBron was a slight roller coaster as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? There was games that he struggled. You know what I'm saying? But his struggle is different than everybody else's struggle. What I'm The overarching point that I'm saying is Jalen Green is going to be a major problem in the NBA. And if the Houston Rockets build around him, not an easy
Mhm.
thing, but that's why you get paid millions of dollars to do it. But if you build the right way around him, You have the foundation of being a contender. You drafted that guy. You see, Houston was so worried about losing James Harden. Look at what you wound up with. You wound
Mm-hmm.
up with a future superstar. Now you got to cultivate that. You got to grow that. You got to nurture that. You got to put the right guys around them. You got to put the right veterans around them.
Yeah, you
I, I
they
just
they
I
they
just think
looked up.
I just think FIFA, you put a premium on these players and their abilities when you take away from their deficiencies and what makes a team special. These players ain't winning no games. I mean, you put these guys in the box, they ain't
What do you
winning no
mean
games. I
rookies are
mean, the
winning games,
Bulls,
Shelton? That's not what we're talking about. We're,
but
we're,
but
we're talking
but
about projection. We're not talking
what
about winning games right now. How many rookies come in? Have you seen the clips of Carlos Boozer, Darius Miles, all talking shit about LeBron before LeBron joined Cleveland as a rookie? It was like, oh, he
what
got guys better at his position than him. I don't think that
what
no rookie could come in and turn it around. LeBron is a unicorn. No rookie is gonna come in and do that. Shaq, of course, is Shaq. Penny, okay, he had Shaq. You know what I'm saying? But
right?
for the majority of players, Shelton, their first 3 years, they're not really gonna do nothing. What has Zion really impacted winning
I'm
to a degree that they made the
I'm
playoffs?
saying I'm saying that style of player. I'm not just talking about rookies. I'm saying that style of player.
That style
Period.
of play. So
What
then, so
what
then you're
years
shitting on Kobe.
Kobe wasn't that style of player. Kobe brought many things to the table. You saying Kobe couldn't do different things? Kobe got
As a
rebounds,
rookie, no.
assists. Kobe
What?
Not
played
when he came in
defense.
the
You
league. He
can't.
wasn't doing nah.
Oh, when he came into the league, he came into the league on a team that was. I mean, Kobe was
Eh,
in a perfect situation for Kobe because you came into the league with some players.
Yeah, but we
Kobe
saw
didn't
Kobe
even
without like a team around him, and it wasn't all that good, bro.
right. But what I'm saying is Kobe was a totally different monster. That's a total. Ain't none of these guys can even speak Kobe's name
But Kobe
for
couldn't
for
even do it though.
his work ethic and the way he approached basketball was different than any other player in the world. Like, ain't no Kobe players out there. So in saying that, I'm not saying that these guys are going to be trash. I'm just saying I want them to win, and hopefully they're looking to win at this point. Because we talk about a Zach LaVine. How long has it been? How long has Zach LaVine been in the league? What year is this for him?
7 or 8.
It's seventh or eighth year, and this is the first time we ever thought about sniffing him. Any other time has he won anything?
He was
So
he
to
was
me,
with the
that
Timberwolves.
Exactly. And Shelton, look,
the, wherever he's been,
basketball is very singular, meaning that one player can affect wins and losses, but it's also a team game because you need all four of those other guys to do their job at their best ability. And up until this season, Zach LaVine hadn't had a full complement of players close to his level. Obviously, they made the move last year for Vooch, which was nice, but that was mid-season, and you got to work him in. And Vooch was, he was comfortable with being the guy 2010, and Zach was comfortable. You had to mesh that, and then this offseason, we're bringing those other guys in. Part of the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, Shelton, is that in my opinion, great players don't detract from other great players. And when I
mm-hmm,
watch Anthony Edwards, he doesn't detract from Cat. He doesn't necessarily detract from D'Angelo Russell. He adds a lot to that team. When I watch Jalen Green, even in these early years with the rest of that team being as young as they are, of
mm-hmm.
course, on a night in, night out basis, he's not going to affect winning. He don't nobody on that roster know how to win an NBA game night to night. They don't.
Correct. And that's the
But
thing.
when
That's
I
why I say that's what you're saying is the reason why I'm saying I don't heap a lot of praise on them until I see what else they can do. When I can
see,
see them affecting the wins and losses, I mean, I see some nice moves. I see some flashes of brilliance
but
and on
but
the
Shelton, the
offensive end.
difference is
But
that
I
I
need
am projecting. Like I'm looking at what they're doing now and projecting what they're going to do in the future. That like as a GM, you have to do that. That's the reason why you take a risk on trading Jimmy Butler, a bona fide, legitimate, perennial all-star, all first defensive team player for a Zach LaVine that never averaged 25 points a game. You
they
have
didn't
to
take
do that.
I think that was a move that they had to make. I don't think it was because of
How what do
based
you
off
mean that was a move they had to make? What do you why?
that wasn't based off the
Why?
potential talent of Zach LaVine because they had to move on from Jimmy Butler. That wasn't like, oh, well, Zach LaVine gonna come here and score 25. We're gonna win games and go to the playoffs and win a championship. That wasn't the thought.
But Shelton, but the fact of the matter that they now are building around him. You have to make moves to then to start somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm saying is that these young guys are the perfect foundation piece. You are rating them like already an established veteran. Of course, they're not going to impact winning right now, but you have to be able to project what these guys
No,
can and cannot
see,
do.
I look at it like you're rating them that way. I'm looking at it, you like saying these guys are the greatest. I'm like, they ain't there yet. Like, they ain't showed me yet. I need to see more. I'm seeing like some offensive flash, like I said, but I ain't seen nothing else that would tell me that these guys are going to be pillars of the league. I just hadn't seen it yet. That's what I'm
Nothing
saying.
else.
Yeah.
Shelton, when you have grown ass veteran perimeter players cannot stay in
Mm-hmm.
front of a Jalen Green, and he's
Correct.
trying the hell out of grown ass men at the rim,
Mm-hmm.
that tells me a lot. That tells me mentality, you have it. Skill, you have it. Athletic
Mm-hmm.
ability, you have it. Now, I'm not in their locker room. I'm not in their inner circle, so I'm not 100% sure about the intangibles. But the fact of the matter that Jalen Green said, F college, I'm going to the G League, and went out there and balled against grown ass men and said, I'm going to go to the NBA and do the same thing, if not better, that says a lot about the character of that player.
Oh,
That
it
says a
does.
lot,
It does.
Shelton.
It does, but it just still doesn't tell me he's going to be the face of the franchise
Shit.
or the face of the league. It don't. I got
Hey,
to, like
look,
I said,
face of the
I
league,
would have to
that's
see
something
Jalen
else.
Green. I would have to see Jalen Green do it on a consistent basis before I can say. I say he got
Shelton.
talent. We can
Shelton,
agree on the talent part,
this is gonna be the
but you
deepest
hype him
draft
up.
since '96. This
I would
draft
hope so.
right here.
I
And
would
you're
hope
and
so.
you're and you're sitting here telling me I don't know. Look, there's a lot of things we don't know, but what do your eyes tell you? Jalen Green is special. Special.
He has talent. Yes.
Special. Which is why he was drafted number 2.
You said this man was going to be top 3 in the league in what year?
I said he's gonna be a top 5 player in the league in 3 to 5 years.
Okay. We're going to revisit this in 3 to 5
We
years.
are. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Jalen Green gonna be that guy.
He got some players to hunt. He got to play some players to jump because there's something that's up there.
All right.
We got a couple more super chats real
Okay.
quick. Tracy G said, Kendall Gill said the Bulls is the first team where Lonzo wants to play, and actually Fitz was that. I can see that because Lonzo didn't have a good time in New Orleans, it didn't seem.
Yeah, because they hired
Or LA.
the Van Gundy.
Yeah, or LA. That was a lot of
LA
pressure.
was LA was Luke Walton. That was the problem in LA.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
I just
problem with
think the pressure.
Sacramento.
I think it was a lot of pressure too in LA.
100%. His dad put a big bullseye on him. There was a lot of pressure in LA, but the biggest issue was Luke Walton. And LeVar called him out, and he was 100% right. You
Mm-hmm.
don't buy a Ferrari and then just garage it. You know what I'm saying? You got to drive that thing. You got to put the pedal to the metal. And Lonzo is for the people, for the chatters in Shelter, I'm not sure. Have you watched the Bulls?
Oh yeah,
They're playing fast. They're
they
getting
are.
turnovers. They're getting steals. They're converting. They're playing quick. And then in the half court, they're going to Zach and they're going to Vooch. And they have ball movement. Even DeMar, you could tell DeMar is more comfortable in Chicago in these first 4 games than he was all them years in San Antonio.
Yeah, he got something to prove. Yeah, and he's playing like it. He's playing like he has something to prove. That was a good move. And getting Caruso there was really good too for them.
Oh, 100%.
That was
Caruso is their X factor because he could come in, play backup point, guard bigger perimeter players, smaller perimeter players, and him and Lonzo, they just have a chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, Lonzo got chemistry with everybody, but look, the Bulls are better than the Knicks.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Drink More Water said Chris Duarte been the best rookie so far at 19 points per game. That's saying a mouthful, and that's where I would agree because I saw Chris Duarte hit big shot after big shot.
Yes,
and he was in that game involved against the Hornets like crazy. And I was like, man, this dude he's playing ball, and he's played good all year. He really, really has played some solid basketball, and he looks like he's been here before. I'm just telling you, he's a good ball player. He's gonna be solid.
I think that he is the missing piece to unlock what Indiana wants to do with the roster that they have. He fits exactly what they need. He's a combo one. playing with kind of sort of combo two with Malcolm Brogdon. Man, like he fits perfect. And drink more water. I saw where you said Marvin Bagley was selected number 2 overall. How often have you heard me talk about Marvin Bagley?
He can't even get 8 minutes in Sacramento.
You know what I'm
Oh,
What's
saying?
he's done.
going
He's
on in
done.
there?
He's out of rotation. He's done there. He's a big man too. So
And you know what's gonna happen? I think that Sacramento has stifled Marvin Bagley's growth.
Mm-hmm.
But wherever Marvin Bagley ends up, well, I'm not gonna say wherever. Depends on where Marvin Bagley ends up. He can have a good second run of a career.
Yeah. He
Um,
went to a
mhm.
bad spot.
he went to a
Yeah.
I
bad
like.
And a
spot.
bad with a bad
I'd love to
coach.
see him in Dallas.
Dallas needs a proven guy. They don't need no more projects because Luka's proven. They see look, Luka and Trey are forever tied. At least on Dead End Sports from FIFO's mouth, they're gonna be forever tied. Because
Mm-hmm.
I love to talk shit to all the people that said we should have took Luka. No, we should have took Trey. And let me tell you why. What Atlanta has done is better than what Dallas has done. We already had John Collins, and that was about it, right? And what did we do? We went and got Clint Capella. A lot of people say, well, that move was a little premature. What the hell were the Hawks at the time? They struggled with offensive and defensive rebounds, and we didn't have a rim protector. As athletic as John Collins is, he's not really a rim protector. He's more of a help defender. He could be an on-ball defender, but he's not a rim protector. They made the subsequent moves to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, I don't know if it's Rick Carlisle. I don't know if it's Marque. I don't know what is up. But they need to, first and foremost, draft better because they're trying to play this free agency game. And guess what, Mark Cuban? Dallas is not a free agency destination, dog. It's not LA. It's not New York. It's not Miami. Dallas is dope, but it's just not one of the, and you're not Jerry Jones.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is, right? They need to do a better job in giving Luka a true number 2 because it ain't Tim Hardaway. As much as I like Porzingis, he can't stay healthy. He looks a bit soft. You know what I'm saying? These playoff games, it's all Luka. Until Dallas does something to get another guy on that squad, they ain't doing jack. They ain't doing jack. And Marvin Bagley's not the answer. They need a legit guy.
Let me see what else I got. Hold on
I
one
know
second.
Carlisle is gone now, but I'm
All
talking
right.
about last year and the previous years.
Bagley didn't play that last game. I saw somebody saying he played the last game. He didn't play. It was a coach's decision. He set out against the Warriors. Oblivion Radio, he said Ken Kyle Kuzma is averaging 14.3 points per game. Your thoughts?
It's early.
So you think that's gonna go up?
No, I want to see if it stays right there or go down. But
It's
it's
gonna stay
early.
around.
I don't have a reaction. It's early. So I don't know what that means, but I guess that's okay. As a
Yeah,
starter. That seems about right for him.
yeah, that's about where he is.
14 points on a bad team is
I
what's
don't know.
that?
I don't know how they. I haven't watched the Wizard game, so I don't know
They
how.
they they hadn't played that bad this year though. FIFO.
Nah,
I don't know what the shot distribution, or anything like
Spencer
that.
Dinwiddie and Bradley Beal are playing better together than I anticipated, but Kyle Kuzma looks like Kyle Kuzma. Everybody, oh, well, he gonna take a jump because LeBron was holding him back. No, bro. Kyle
I don't
Kuzma
think I
just
said all that. No.
not
But
nice.
yeah.
I'm just saying, man. Like Kyle is mm. Nick was
Yeah, I
wrong
mean,
on that one too. Oh, and Mr. Ant Man, I saw where you said about Harry Giles in high school. Yeah, man. Battled all of them knee injuries and stuff. Harry
yeah, I was
Giles was supposed to be the guy, but again, just went to a poor situation with Sacramento. Sacramento has 2 strikes before I even get to the roster. Ken, weird owner, bad head coach.
Mm.
I I can't even get to the roster, bro.
you left the
Like
GM out. He bad too.
yeah, Vlade,
Vlade.
get him out too. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like I can't even make it to the roster, man. Like that thing is so badly
Yeah,
run.
Luke Walton is bad, and I'm surprised
He's still
they're
there.
not even talking about that.
Kuz had 26 and 11 against the Pacers though.
Okay,
And
and
that
Kuz
I
also
forgot
had like
last-
6 points against one of just recently. He was like 0 for 9 for 3.
let me see which game that was. He did have a bad game. Oh yeah, he had 6 points. 0 for 5 from three.
0 for
He had
5,
6
Yeah,
yeah.
points
he
from
taking
13,
threes.
13 rebounds against Brooklyn.
He did have
So
13 rebounds,
yeah,
but
but
still.
it's still 6 points. You're right. He's still cool. Kuz is still cool. He'll give you a good one, then he's gonna give you a stinker.
You can't count on
Yeah,
him.
Walton should be out of there.
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Luke should be out. Luke should be out. I wish they could fire the owner too, because Vivek Ranadive, man, like he not it. He not it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not looking good. It is not looking good in Sacramento. Let me see what else we got. We had a couple more super chats real quick. Taj Dojna said stream some Nip Hustle.
Hey, hold on. So I got something for you. I got something for you. The Odd Friday crew, we came out with the next our schedule. Okay, so sometimes we try to plan things in advance. So I'll let you know. So if you guys have not watched the Even Friday recap, on October 29th, we are doing the No Limit versus Cash Money. I got Cash Money.
Ooh,
November 5th is the Patreon matchup. So we still don't know what it is. You guys got to go over there and vote, and then we will know who is being represented. But November 19th, we are doing Nipsey Hussle versus YG. You already know who I got. Look, look, man. Look, you already know. I got Nip. But yeah, so November 19th, Nipsey Hussle versus YG, Odd Friday. So, what I'm saying? I spilled the beans a little bit. I gave y'all 3 dates that, nobody outside of the family knows. So, you're welcome.
I can't wait to see that No Limit Cash Money.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Ooh.
uh, Igwe Ike said, are y'all ever gonna do a league show with NBA 2K22?
We talked about that
We
before.
talked about that. In all honesty, look, we already do a lot for Dead End Enterprises. It's just that I don't know how we add 2K on. Like doing 2 Madden leagues was damn near too much. I don't know how we add an NBA 2K league on top of that.
Yeah, I would like to, but I don't know. That
That's
takes
a
some
lot.
figuring out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
CD Styles, what up, CD Styles? He said FIFO ruins his mostly agreeable points by attaching a ridiculous hot take at the end. You're the Cuban Duce.
Hey man, look, I gotta keep it hot on this side, bro. But look, I stand by it. I'll take LaMelo over Luca. I love Jalen Green and Anthony Edwards. I love the Hawks. I love the Bulls. Um, Lakers are gonna be all right.
Hey, who
Ship
gonna
off
finish with a better
Sacramento,
record, FIFO?
huh?
The Bulls or the Hawks? Who gonna finish with a better record?
Hawks. More
Mm.
Mm.
continuity and they're deeper.
All right.
You
Well,
think the Bulls finish with a better record than the Hawks?
I don't. I don't.
Okay, I'm
It's
going
just
off of the facial expression.
I was thinking about it. I was really thinking just now. It's
Now the
debatable.
Hawks are for real.
They are. They are.
The
And it's
Hawks are
it's
for
so much
real.
easier on trade now.
Yes, yes. And a big part of that is not even the talent. The big part of that is Nate McMillan. If you watch
Mm-hmm.
how they're playing, how they're moving the ball, it's not just stuck in Trey's hands. It's a hot potato, and whoever's hot is gonna get it. And it's early, and I haven't really. It's not the big jump that I would like to see, but the 3 guys that I called out,
mm-hmm.
Huter, Cam, and Hunter, are playing better than they did last year. Now it's still early, but I'm telling you, if all 3 of them or 2 out of the 3 make a big jump compared to last year, they're
Mm-hmm.
my favorite. That's a big caveat, though. It's a big if. So I'm drinking a lot. I'm just letting y'all know.
Yeah. And I see y'all in the chat tripping off his statement. As much as I love LaMelo, I'm not taking LaMelo over Luka, bro. I would put it this way. I'm glad I have LaMelo on my team, but he's not a better player than Luka. I can't go that far.
That's cool. Hey, look, I'd rather be early and right than late overall. or early and wronged in the mud. I could walk it back.
Right.
But I'm telling you, what I see in that boy LaMelo, and I'm not saying that Luka has X, Y, Z or this, that, and the third. The mentality is equal. It's just the way LaMelo can attack, in my opinion, I'd rather have that as my lead guy than Luka. And Luka's great. And I've defended Luka because you know who the Luka hater here is. It ain't me. I love Luka,
Mm-hmm.
but I like LaMelo more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Flash. Cam Reddish is playing pretty consistent. He's staying
He is.
consistent.
He is.
So yeah, that's
That's big.
definitely big for them. Yeah.
That's big.
So hopefully he keeps that up. Um, cool. So yeah, man, I think
Cam,
that's gonna huh?
and I was gonna say on that point, Cam is what these guys that we were talking about. And that's who he kind of reminds me of because he come in there, he got one thing on his brain, and that's putting that ball in that basket. That's what those guys remind me of more so than lead dogs.
All right. Well, we'll be back Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Nick will be here. And yeah, if you new to the channel, just came across it, and you like what you hear, man, consider signing up, become a member. Just go to youtube.com/Dennis Sports, hit the join button, and all the info you need will be right there. So until then, man, we'll catch you guys Thursday with some more NBA talking, of course. You know, we have the game on as well.
You know who's playing Thursday?
Green Bay and Arizona,
Nah,
right?
we're not doing football. Chicago versus New York.
Ooh,
The Bulls and the
ooh,
Knicks on Thursday. How ironic is that?
yeah,
And King Cam, LaMelo's bag is bigger than Luka's bag. And Kerr something, LaMelo's bag is bigger, bro.
yeah. Lamelo got a bag. It's and also real quick. Top of the A, the Braves are up 5-1 on the Houston Astros. And to all those people who said that the Braves are going to struggle, I ain't seen it yet. They
In
look
game one.
comfortable. It is game one, but game one is huge on the road, especially you come in playing like this.
Okay. But hey, I'm pulling for him. But I don't know. I haven't followed much baseball, so I'm just observing. But all right, y'all. We'll catch y'all Thursday. We out. Peace.
Peace. Hey, hit that like button if you have not, and also subscribe.
All right. We're offline. Hold on.